Dirk had 50.
And Scottie was like one of the best defenders in the world. He's like, I got him. Dirk got finished like 50-something.
I don't think people would understand, like these younger guys would understand.
Understand who Dirk Nowitzki was. The stage was set for the 2011 NBA Finals. Out of the East came the Miami Heat, a team that looked straight out of a video game. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Dirk Nowitzki is playing tonight's basketball game with a fever perhaps as high as 102 degrees.
Dirk Nowitzki desperately needs some help.
Decided to team up. Together, they built a lineup so powerful it felt unfair, a squad the league hadn't seen in decades. Their opponents, the Dallas Mavericks, a tough, seasoned squad full of grit and experience, led by 37-year-old point guard Jason Kidd, still chasing that first championship ring. Alongside him were veterans who many thought had already passed their prime, holding on.
Well, I just thought it was a little childish, a little ignorant. I've been in this league for 13 years. I never faked
Him too slow, too soft, too weak to carry a team in the playoffs. But Dirk was about to prove everyone wrong, and the world didn't even see it coming. Smart now. Are you going to get foul? Terry puts it up. Walcott knee-bound. Wade. The Miami Heat. They've done it. They win their first championship in franchise history. That year, the Miami Heat looked unbeatable. They cruised through the playoffs, crushing the Sixers, taking down the Celtics, and stopping Derrick Rose's MVP Bulls. By the time they faced the Dallas Mavericks, most people thought it was over before it started. Heading into Game 4, the Mavericks were barely hanging on, down 2-1 and stripped of home court advantage. To make things worse, Dirk Nowitzki was battling a 102-degree fever. Miami looked ready to end it, and everyone expected Dallas to fold. Dirk Nowitzki is playing tonight's basketball game with a fever perhaps as high as 102 degrees. Dirk Nowitzki desperately needs some help. Without a healthy Dirk, Dallas looked finished. Miami led by 4 heading into the fourth, ready to steal another win and wrap it up back home. A smooth, easy gentleman's sweep. Then came the shock. Dirk, pale and sweating, fought through his fever and scored 10 in the final quarter, dragging his team to a wild comeback. It was pure heart, a finals moment that echoed MJ's legendary flu game. Goes to the backcourt, hits it to Miller. Miller puts it up. Airball. And that's it. The Mavericks have evened the series. What a game, and what a series. Heading into Game 5, Miami showed zero concern. They were confident, maybe too confident. The team joked around, laughing like the Mavericks' last win meant nothing. That's right, they laughed, sure that Dallas couldn't touch them. Oh, did y'all hear me call? I think I'm sick. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade took things further. They actually mocked Dirk Nowitzki's illness, pretending to cough and laugh about it during practice. It was pure disrespect, and everyone noticed. Well, I just thought it was a little childish, a little ignorant. I've been in this league for 13 years. I never faked. They thought Dirk was weak, too soft to matter, and believed the title was already locked up. But that cocky moment changed everything. Their arrogance lit a fire they couldn't control, one that would turn the whole series against them. LeBron James, Dwight, that pissed us off in that series. They all in the camera, they are cutting up all in front of us. And the second thing that we really didn't like in that series was Dirk was really sick, and they thought it was playtime. And remember Bron, Dwayne? Oh, I'm sick, dog. Yeah. Dirk had quiet confidence. Not, I won't say quiet confidence. He would say it to us. He just didn't feel like he needed to say it to the world. This is the story of how a slow, unathletic European shocked the world, taking revenge on a league that doubted him, going on one of the greatest finals runs in NBA history, and humbling the league's biggest stars. But to understand Dirk Nowitzki's rise, you have to see why he was overlooked in the first place. Back in the early 90s, the NBA was ruled by American powerhouses, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley. International players like Dikembe Mutombo and Vlade Divac were solid, but never seen as equals. Sure, there was Hakeem Olajuwon, but he was basically viewed as American after playing at Houston. The gap was huge. The '92 Dream Team beat other countries by 44 points on average. So when a skinny German teenager appeared as a top 10 prospect in 1998, nobody took him seriously. With the 9th pick in the 1998 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Dirk Nowitzki from Würzburg, Germany. The idea of Dirk becoming a superstar seemed ridiculous. Most saw a lanky kid who'd never last in the NBA, but Dallas coach Don Nelson saw something different: raw talent and quiet determination that others completely overlooked. Washington, D.C. also goes for that, noted as the Vinsky. At the Nike Hoop Summit, Dirk stunned everyone, dropping 33 points against the top American prospects. It was the moment people realized this kid was for real.
Scottie was like one of the best defenders in the world. He's like, I got him. Dirk got defenders like 50-something. You ain't got it, Scott. And I said, yo, man, who the hell are you? And you got that thick German. My name is Dit Nowitzki. I am 18. I said, 18? You want to go to Auburn?
Most NBA scouts still weren't convinced. Too raw, too soft, too slow. Sure, his numbers looked good, but it was just the semi-pro Jurgle League, not real competition. Even his Nike Hoop Summit performance was brushed off as a scrimmage. Doubt crept in so deep that even Dirk considered staying in Europe, unsure if he was ready for the NBA.
Well, the Dallas people have been nice to me the whole trip, so I can't say nothing right now. But, just everything's nice here, and I have to think about it.
But Don Nelson knew better. He wasn't just betting on Dirk, he was protecting him. Nelson saw something unique in his game, so he hid Dirk from other teams, keeping his footage quiet before the draft. When draft night came, Dallas made its move, trading for Dirk and locking in on Nelson's vision. Then came the final step, convincing the young German to stay in the NBA instead of heading back home. For both Dirk and the Mavericks, it was the start of a dream come true.
He was the best high school player I'd ever seen, and was fortunate enough to scout him for a week straight here in Dallas when he was with the European high school players, playing American high school players. And he trained here at the YMCA. So Donnie and I got a chance to watch him for a whole week, and we were just sold on him that he was going to be a star player.
When Dirk's rookie season kicked off, every old doubt came crashing back. His 1998 debut was rough. He averaged just 8 points a game, couldn't keep up with the league's speed, and got bullied inside. He shot 40% from the field, 20% from deep, and Dallas once again missed the playoffs for the 9th straight year. Critics wasted no time saying what they'd always believed. European players just aren't built for the NBA. But even through the struggle, Dirk's game had something different. He wasn't built like Shaq, couldn't jump like Shawn Kemp, and didn't have Kevin Garnett's fire, but his skill set was smooth, patient, and technical. His jumper was a thing of beauty, effortless, precise, and impossible to block for someone his size. That unique touch turned into his superpower. Within 3 seasons, Dirk flipped the narrative. By 2000, he was averaging 23 points, nearly 10 rebounds, and earning his first All-Star spot, the first of 10 straight. He pulled Dallas out of irrelevance, turning them into a real playoff contender. Suddenly, teams around the league were hunting for their own stretch 4, trying to copy his style. But success brought new criticism. By the mid-2000s, people said Dirk couldn't defend, that he disappeared in the playoffs, that he didn't have the mentality to lead a team to a title. Too soft still followed him everywhere. Then came 2006, Dirk's chance to silence it all. The Mavericks reached the finals, went up 2-0 on Dwayne Wade and Shaq's Heat, and then it all fell apart. Monster slam by Soul. And now Miami on the comeback trail. Wade stop on the way, misses the rebound inside, slam back, bounce pass to Walker in, Walker layup, got it. Miami has its biggest lead at 9. Wade goes up, puts it in. Wade on the drive inside, banks it in. Wade, it's good. Jason Williams kicks it out. Peyton, shot, it's good. Turn the corner, Terry puts it on, won't go. Wade hold on, and the Miami Heat are champions of the basketball world. The Heat came back and won 4 straight, turning Dirk's finals into a disaster. He shot just 39% from the field and 25% from 3, missing big shots when Dallas needed him most. Critics didn't say he failed, they said he choked. And it wasn't just the media. Fans and players started doubting if Dirk could ever deliver under real pressure. Dirk Nowitzki took 90% of the blame for that Maverick collapse at the hands of Dwayne Wade in the 2006 finals. After the finals loss, tensions exploded between Dirk and Dwayne Wade. Wade didn't hold back, saying he's the reason they lost the championship. He wasn't the leader he was supposed to be. He even added that Dirk wasn't assertive enough when it mattered most. Those words hit deep and lit a fire inside Dirk Nowitzki. The next season, he came back on a mission. Dirk averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists a game, shooting 50% from the field and nearly 42% from 3. He led the Mavericks to an NBA best 67 wins and became the first European-born player ever to win MVP. Don Nelson's gamble finally looked brilliant. Dallas had transformed from league joke to powerhouse, led by their calm, sharp-shooting MVP. The only thing missing was redemption, a finals run to erase the pain of 2006. But in 2007, disaster struck again. The 8th seed Golden State Warriors, fueled by Baron Davis and the We Believe squad, stunned Dallas in the first round, sending the Mavericks home in humiliating fashion. That's it. Stealing by Patriots. The Warriors will win it, 0.2 of a second on the what a playoff. The Heat, the defending champs, go on in 4 straight. The Western Conference champions down 3-1. This Dallas collapsed in 6 games, becoming the first #1 seed in NBA history to lose to an 8th seed. And the worst part, Dirk vanished when it mattered most, shooting just 38% for the series and an awful 2 for 13 in the closeout game. When the pressure rose, his shots disappeared. The critics pounced immediately. Every old insult came roaring back. He's too soft, too slow, too weak. He can't handle the moment. He's not a real leader. Dirk's reputation took another brutal hit, and it seemed like his chance to prove himself was slipping away once again. To lose in the first round was heartbreaking. I think every career has ups and downs, and definitely the Golden State Warriors have pulled off the biggest playoff upset in NBA history, and once again, the talk got louder. You can't win with a European as your team's star. Even with an MVP trophy, nobody believed Dirk could lead a team to a title. As the years passed, that window seemed to close fast. The Mavericks kept falling short, early playoff exits in 2008, 2009, and 2010, and by 2011, people were convinced Dirk's best days were behind him. The NBA was now ruled by fierce, flashy superstars like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. To win, you needed a super team, a big three, or at least a dynamic duo. Dirk had neither, and most had written him off. But he wasn't done, not even close. In 2011, he sparked one of the greatest playoff runs the league had ever seen. As the third seed, Dallas faced the Portland Trail Blazers first, led by a young Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge. Dirk dropped 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, as the Mavs took the series in 6.
Then came the defending champion Lakers, Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, and all that championship swagger. Dirk went for 25-9, outplaying Kobe and dominating the glass over Bynum. The result? A stunning sweep that shocked the entire basketball world. Stunning, astonishing, spectacular. The Mavericks are through to the Western Conference Finals. Next up were the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, a young, explosive squad stacked with future MVPs, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Everyone thought Dallas was outmatched, but Dirk went nuclear. He averaged 32 points a game and opened the series with a jaw-dropping 48-point performance in Game 1, barely missing a shot. The Mavericks handled OKC in just 5 games, sending Dallas back to the NBA Finals for the first time since that painful 2006 loss. Second time in franchise history, the Dallas Mavericks will play for the NBA championship. And 5 years after the fact, there's this matter of unfinished business. But it wasn't time to celebrate yet. When Dirk reached the 2011 NBA Finals, he wasn't just carrying the Mavericks. He was carrying years of doubt, criticism, and the weight of his entire career. Every headline that called him soft, every fan that said he couldn't win, it all built up to this moment. To finally silence the doubters and claim the title that had always slipped away, Dirk would have to take down one of the most feared super teams ever built. A squad so stacked with talent, it had the entire NBA shaking before the series even began.
Head for Wade, there he goes. Oh, the house of highlights. Nice move by Chris Bosh. So skilled, baseline.
In Game 1, Dirk dropped 27 points but struggled with efficiency, hitting just 7 of 18 from the field. Meanwhile, LeBron was locked in from deep, and Chris Bosh sealed the deal with a clutch mid-range jumper in the final minutes. Miami took control early, grabbing a 1-0 series lead and reminding everyone why they were the favorites to win it all.
Just didn't play well enough, and Miami really took it to us down the stretch. They got some alley-oops, and they got away from us.
In Game 2, Dirk took over late, down 15 with 7 minutes left. He scored the Mavs' final 9 points, including a clutch left-handed layup to steal the win in Miami and tie the series 1-1. Game 3, Wade dominated with 29 points and 11 boards, while Bosh hit another dagger jumper in the final seconds. Despite Dirk's 34 points, Dallas fell at home, Miami up 2-1. Then came Game 4, Dirk's flu game with a 102-degree fever. Team doctors told him not to play, but Dirk suited up anyway, ready to fight through it.
Dirk's sick, huh? Sick? What do you got? They were like, we got the flu. Oh, I said, oh, no, not right now. Not in this moment. In my head, I was thinking, shoot, this might be the biggest game of my life, and I'm here sweating and shivering and frustrated.
Dirk took the court anyway, fever and all, and the Mavericks rose with him. Jason Terry nailed clutch jumpers, Sean Marion hustled on both ends, and J.J. Barea sparked the offense off the bench. With their leader fighting through sickness, the whole team matched his energy and kept the game alive.
Through the defense, and he puts it in. Wild shot by Barea.
J.J. Barea. Nobody give him credit. J.J. Barea was the one who changed it. We didn't have no answer for him.
Then, in the fourth quarter, Dirk caught fire, scoring 10 of his 21 points when it mattered most. With the game on the line, he drove straight to the rim and finished with a clutch layup to seal the win for Dallas. The series was tied, and the Mavericks looked stronger than ever. But the Heat hated the Dirk flu gang storyline. They saw it as them losing, not Dallas winning, especially after LeBron scored just 8 points and Wade missed a key free throw. Before Game 5, the two stars mocked Dirk's cough during warm-ups, laughing and pretending to be sick, brushing off his illness as fake.
Let me cough. Hey, I think I'm sick. No, come on.
The Mavericks could handle people calling Dirk too slow or saying he couldn't defend Wade.
That was nothing new, but questioning his integrity, acting like he faked being sick and that their win wasn't earned through heart and leadership, that crossed the line. The team took it personally. Even Skip Bez, never shy with his opinions, called it a major mistake. On live TV, he actually flipped his prediction for the finals winner, switching sides and picking the Mavericks to take the series.
You know, the more I see that video, and that's about my 5th time, the more I think about switching my pick to the Dallas Mavericks. This says a lot. This is potent stuff. This is going to have huge legs through the rest of this day and the next couple of days.
So how did Dirk and the Mavericks respond? In Game 5, Dirk answered loud and clear. 29 points on 50% shooting, perfect from 3 and 10 for 10 at the line. Jason Terry added 21. J.J. Barea chipped in 17, and Dallas lit up the court. The Mavs took control with a dominant win at home.
Terry, a long 3, bang! Jason Terry gives the Mavericks a 7-point lead with 33 seconds to lead in the NBA Finals.
They hand the Miami Heat back-to-back losses for the first time in the playoffs. Dallas now led the series 3-2, just one win from NBA glory. Then came Game 6, and what a shock it was. Jason Terry, not Dirk, stole the spotlight, leading all scorers with 27 points and hitting big shots when it mattered most. After a rough start, Dirk caught fire in the second half, dropping 18 of his 21 points when the pressure peaked. With their leader back in rhythm, the Mavericks pulled off the impossible, toppling the mighty Miami Heat and completing one of the greatest upsets in NBA history.
The Mavericks have scaled the NBA playoff mountain and have planted their flag. They are the NBA champions for 2010-2011.
Dirk Nowitzki was crowned Finals MVP, making history as only the second European player ever to earn the honor, and the first German-born player to lift the trophy. It was the ultimate validation of everything he'd fought for. The player once mocked and called soft led his team through one of the toughest playoff runs ever. Dirk beat a super team featuring the same star who'd embarrassed him years earlier. After 13 years of criticism, he finally silenced everyone. He was an NBA champion. From that moment, Dirk's legacy was untouchable. His trademark one-legged fadeaway became iconic, helping him score over 31,000 career points. After 21 seasons with one franchise, he retired as a Dallas legend. His farewell season was emotional, full of love, respect, and a symbolic torch passing to Luka Doncic. Dirk Nowitzki changed basketball forever with his work ethic, calm confidence, and quiet dominance. He opened the door for international stars and proved that sometimes the last lap really is the sweetest. What a moment in basketball history. Dirk's comeback was legendary, but how do you see it? Was his 2011 run the ultimate redemption arc or just one of many greats? I'd love to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm really thankful for everyone, and thanks for watching Ball Stories. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It truly helps. Check out more incredible NBA stories on the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.